So ladies, I've been up since I think midnight, and I've just been up praying and thinking and all of that. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning now, so I figured I'd shoot a quick message off to you. And I titled this one, The Great Falling Away. You know, ever since mid-March, when this COVID-19 nonsense hit this country, churches, I think in a general sense, have seen their Sunday morning attendance wane quite a bit. And there's an ongoing discussion within the church as to whether this is the great falling away or not. That is spoken of in Scripture. And it's my opinion that we haven't seen the great falling away yet. That really, when the great falling away is talked about, what's really being referred to, God forbid, is when people like us fall away. That's really what it's all about. Now, maybe both of you disagree with that. Maybe you're a little angry that I say that, confused, maybe all three. But for now, I'm just going to leave that. And let me just implore both of you, in light of where we are now, mid-August of 2020, and what's coming in, I think, the next 3 to 5 months, to become, if you're not already, and I've said this previously in an earlier message, women of prayer. You have to wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning to pray and to open yourself up to the Lord, so be it. But begin now to do that, I implore you. You know, I'm reminded of Psalm 51, verses 16 and 17 again, and I know I've done messages on this before, but, you know, David, in the throes of his depression, said some very profound things. He said that a broken and contrite heart, Lord, you will not reject. You know, sacrifices you may reject, but a broken and contrite heart you won't. And it begs the question, really, when you begin to break it all down, what a broken and contrite heart really are. And I think the answer is very simple when you give it some scrutiny here. A broken and contrite heart is simply an honest and transparent heart. I mean, that's what the Lord is truly after. And I guess in tying all this back into the great falling away, the people who fall away are people who I think, at the end of the day, don't really have broken and contrite hearts. They're people who really don't want to give it all to God. They're people who are given perhaps to their preconceived notions of what God does and what God does not do. At the end of the day, they're not really people who lay themselves open. But I encourage both of you, however, not to be that way. Lay yourself bare for Him. Confess any sin you might have, and ask God to show you areas that need to be changed. Because I think in the very near future, if we're going to persevere, we need to be people who have broken and contrite hearts, because without that, we're not really trusting God. We're not really crying out for His provision. We're attempting to make it on our own. And I think in what's coming, we're not going to be able to do that. No amount of estrogen or testosterone or intellect is going to be sufficient for what lies ahead now. So best you become people of honest and transparent hearts in your walk with Him. God bless you both.